Yo, what is going on? You guys, your boy Pony Montana, and in this video, we are going to be going over the best budget players on offense if you guys are looking to build a Madden Ultimate team. Now, obviously, these videos change month to month, and I do plan on dropping one month to month, but obviously the price tag on certain cards go up and go down, and you guys are going to want to be able to have some of these cards to stay as competitive as possible. Madden is a game where you have to keep upgrading your team, and these videos are going to help those of you guys that are struggling to make a lot of coins in Madden Ultimate Team. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button, like the video, comment down below if you guys are struggling with anything, and hit that noti bell to never miss a video. Always shout out to the FTA squad. I'm not going to drop the FTA comments for this video. Actually, screw it. We're going to do it anyways. Shout out to the FTA squad. If you guys don't know what it stands for the algorithm, and it helps push these videos to more and more people. So, FTA, appreciate you guys. Much love as always. I got to give a shout out to you guys because you guys keep the videos rocking. And as long as you guys keep the videos rocking, I will keep posting. Now, sneak peek. We're going to be going over the budget beast that you guys can add to your team. I'm going to do one of these every single month, and every single month we're going to increase the price tag. So last video that I did this, we ended up having a price tag of about 20K. In this video, we have a price tag of 50K. So we ended up finding the best players that you guys can add to your team for that price tag. If you guys are looking for very, very good cards, as you can see, even with the new cards that drop, all of them range between 300K up all the way up to like 800K, depending on if it's an LTD or not. And that's obviously out of a lot of our price range. Now, as you can see, Justin Tucker, same thing. The new DeAndre Hopkins, same thing. This guy, same thing. This guy over here, same thing. So obviously you guys are going to want to learn how to build your own team, and this is how you're going to want to do it. Head over to mutt.gg, click on players. Then you're going to go over here, depending on what your budget is, you're going to click on your console. I'm on PS5, so that's the console that I'm going to look at. And then you're going to put what your price tag is. So for me, in this video, we're going to put 50,000, and then it's going to give you a list of the top players that range within that 50K range. I don't think this Trey Brown here is actually 50K. He's in 88 overall, so I'm just going to assume he's way higher than that. I think there's just a little glitch in the system. He might be 132K. But yeah, the rest of these guys are going to be the guys that are going to be extremely cheap and extremely usable for your team. So with that being said, without making this video too long, here are the budget beasts that you guys can add to your team. And actually, this guy can be added to your tight end squad. So let's start off with tight ends and why these guys are budget beasts. We got Luke Musgrave. He is 6'6", 84 speed. One thing that he does better than some of the other guys is his run blocking is a little bit higher. It's still very low, but it is a little bit higher, and he's got 84 medium route running that can easily be bumped up to an 85 with some strategy cards. Same thing with the short route running, and at 84 speed, this tight end is actually going to get decent separation from a lot of the players that are in Madden Ultimate Team. Now, let's head over to Albert Oku. Cannot pronounce his name. Another absolute giant, and he also adds 85 speed for 35K. You kind of can't go wrong with a card like this. 6'5" at height is massive. He's a tall dude. You're going to be able to highball to him. You're going to be able to do all the things that you want to do with one of these guys to aggressive catch some of your opponents, and that's what makes him one of the must-have budget beast in Madden 24. And then honorable mention is obviously this Vernon Davis, 86 overall, but he is a little bit above that price tag, that 50K. But you can easily find him for under 50 because of how the way the game works and new cards dropping, the most feared promo, et cetera, et cetera. This card ends up dropping in price because of the George Kittle that came out and whatever new tight ends that come out. These are the best tight ends that you guys can get. Best bang for your buck. This Luke Musgrave and this Albert are definitely must-haves. I say Albert would be the #1 choice for me, but that's it for the tight ends. Now, heading over to the wide receivers, we have 4 different wide receivers that I think could make anybody's team if you don't have a God squad. And we're going to start off with Devin Duvernay. This is probably the fastest, cheapest card that you guys can find. And he's 88 speed. He is your speed demon. He's going to be the one that you want going up on streaks. He's the one that you want going on drags, you know, anything that's just like just one movement. He's not doing corner routes. He's not doing anything crazy. This is going to be your guy. 88 speed is very, very hard to beat at this price range, especially him going for only 14.3K, according to MUT.GG, but he is a must-have. Number 2 on this list, Calvin Johnson. Standing at 6'5", 86 speed. You're really not going to find anything crazy at 50K, but 86 speed is definitely up there. As you can see, every single stat, he hits 86 on medium and deep route running with 83 at the short route running. But that 86 speed is going to be huge, especially being a 6'5" receiver. That's going to help you guys out tremendously, and it's just going to take your game to the next level if you are struggling, obviously. I always say kind of save up your coins and wait to try to buy yourself a card that's going to make a difference, and these budget cards will all make a difference to your team, in my opinion. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk about number 3, which is still a very, very good usable card. Christian Kirk hits 80s on everything and then 87 on his short route running, which means he's going to be able to go crazy on drags and slants and ins and out routes. And he matches Calvin Johnson with the 86 speed. Like I said, you're not going to find anything crazy with 50K. The fastest card that you will find is this Devin Duvernay at 88 speed, which is going to help you guys out tremendously. And then honorable mention, we've got OBJ, once again, 86 speed, but he is a lot cheaper. At 83 overall, he's not going to hit any of the thresholds, but he does hit 80 on his short, medium, and deep route running, which is going to help you guys out. So again, these 2 cards right here, this Duvernay and this OBJ, are going to be cards that you guys are going to get for under 50K for both of them. So again, budget beast, that's what we're looking for, and that's what we're providing here. So these are the 4 wide receivers. I think everybody should be, if you guys are struggling, of course, everybody should be trying to get one of these guys on their team. Now, for halfbacks, I only went with elusive halfbacks. Chase Edmonds is probably the best. Again, hitting that 86 speed threshold that we are kind of looking for when it comes to these. At 35K, pretty much 5'9", he's going to be small. He's going to be shifty. He's going to be able to sit there and get in and out of, you know, tight holes. And one of the things that I've noticed when they drop cards that are very, very low in one of the core stats, it means that all of their other stats end up being a little bit higher, which means that, as you can see, he's got 86 speed, 87 acceleration, 85 agility, 86 carrying. All of these other stats are kind of buffed up because this card stat right here is so low. And it's the same thing with cards like Paul Krause on defense, Sean Taylor. They end up having really, really bad man coverage, but all of their other stats are beefed up. If they beefed up their man coverage, these guys will end up being some of the highest overall cards in the game. And EA lowers these stats so that all the other cards can go to a certain amount while they hit a certain overall. So Chase Edmonds, one of the best budget backs in the game, hands down. And if you guys are struggling with coins, this is definitely one to pick up. Then, honorable mention, the fastest man that you will find on this in this whole thing, Raheem Mostert. 81 overall, but he's got 87 speed and 89 acceleration and 85 change of direction. This is a 90 overall. That's on the right side, and he has 78 change of direction, just to put it into perspective. Now, Mostert is only 11K, which means that if you guys are looking for a budget god, Mostert is going to be that person. He's 81 overall, 87 speed, which is going to add a lot to your team if you guys are struggling. Now, again, I advise you guys to save up so that you guys can buy one of these other players that could be, that could make a huge, huge change to your team. Save up your coins and go crazy. But to find somebody that is going to be a budget guy that you guys are just trying to knock out your solos in, Raheem Mostert is that guy. He is going to make a huge difference to your Madden Ultimate Team. Now, for the final position that I think everybody should splurge on, everybody. It doesn't matter who you are, because abilities are the name of the game. And if your QB does not have any abilities, you're gonna fall underneath your own standard. Aaron Rodgers. I set the tone for 100K. I think his price tag might be a little messed up as well. But when I looked him up, he was 100K. MUT.GG is saying 176, but he was 100. That's the only reason that he's the QB that I'm adding here. but I guess I got to find a different QB. Let's just say Joe Montana, I guess, because he has one of the best releases in the game. So we're going to switch that up to Joe Montana, see what his abilities are. He gets tier 1 and tier 2 abilities, which means you'll at least be able to put quick draw on him. That's one of the most important things in this game, is being able to get the ball out quick. So Joe Montana, 87 overall. If you don't go with somebody with abilities, there's only one other thing that you guys are going to want to have on your field, and that is speed. If you don't have abilities, you got to have speed. So let's go ahead and find ourselves a cheap 100K QB that had, oh, look at that. Warren Moon. Absolutely perfect. Add Warren Moon to your team, and that's a perfect man to have as your number 1 or number 2, because he also gets decent abilities where he's going to be able to sit there and get Gunslinger, which is perfect and exactly what I'm talking about. That's, again, this is going to be the best budget back in the game. Excuse me, the best budget quarterback in the game if you guys are struggling to find a good piece. This is the only position that I will stress that you guys need to splurge a little bit more than a budget on, because this is somebody who's going to touch the ball every single play of the game. So these are your offensive budget beasts. Tomorrow we'll go over the defensive budget beast, and then we'll be dropping a very, very good defensive video for you guys who are still struggling on defense in Madden 24. This is the budget beast of October. My name is Pony Montana. I will see you guys in the next video, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.